Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Clutch Show where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. It's your boy Stevie Hayes. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Loki episode 6 because obviously the episode just ended tonight, and needless to say, this episode is amazing. But I do want to explain the ending and kind of where we are right now with Loki and the multiverse and the MCU regarding this show and the ending. So all in all, Loki has become the multiverse. Okay. Now, Kang was interfering with the multiverse, and the way he was doing that is he was pruning timelines to prevent other Kangs. That is why he who remains like exists because he won the multiversal war, and now he created the TVA to prune the timelines. So there's not so many, so many Kangs being, born and all that jazz, which will cause another multiversal war. But the issue was that when you are pruning something, they are killing off the whole entire Earth because a timeline is a Earth with a bunch of new people and stuff like that. So every time they prune the timeline, it's killing millions and billions and trillions of people. And that's kind of been the issue from the start. Now, we all thought that Loki was going to take over the TVA, but what he did in episode 6 is so much more because, I mean, this man took over the multiverse, not the TVA. That's the difference. Like he literally rules everything. Or not rules, but he now really like is, in control of everything. And Loki is holding the multiverse together. Now, Loki took it back from He Who Remains. He Who Remains was confining everything to one sacred timeline, and now Loki is making it exist without the time loom. Now, if you destroy the time loom, it will either revert back to the sacred timeline or destroy everything, including the sacred timeline, which means technically no one has free will in the sacred timelines or in any of the pruned timelines because they're being pruned. Now, Loki took the spot of the time loom. Okay, now he lets the multiverse exist with true free will to everyone who lives in the confines of the multiple millions and trillions of timelines. Now, the TVA is monitoring those timelines, and they are going after Kang variants to stop the multiversal war from getting out of hand and happening. Now, we also did see Ravonna in Egypt, and basically we saw that she was looking at a purple light. Now, I believe that is Ramatut, which is a variant of King the Conqueror coming to save her. Because if you don't know, Ravonna and King the Conqueror are like in a constant love. With that is pretty sad because Ravonna dies in the end, which is super, depressing. But now with the Council of Kings, because I know some of you might be asking, okay, so what does this have to do? Like now, what's up with the Council of Kings now? So in regards to them, they still have their tech and they can still go outside of time and the multiverse. So they don't need to go through Loki to do things. They're going to be going outside of the multiverse to do those things. How will they do that? I'm not sure. We'll figure that out, as time goes on. And that is why He Who Remains warned Loki about the fact that Kang has so many variants. And because in the episode, Kang ended up freezing the moment where Loki and Sylvie were with He Who Remains, and Loki and He Who Remains ended up having a conversation, which I think was dope. And He Who Remains is very menacing. Jonathan Majors, thank you for the amazing job. And one of the things that he said is, there are too many variants. And Loki's like, we'll figure it out. And He Remains like, bro, there's too many of me. Like, you can't hold me down. It's impossible. Which he is right. I'm not gonna lie, but that's what he kept saying. Now, in the grand scheme of things, right? This does make things worse, okay? Because now there will be Kangs popping up everywhere, and mostly because Loki doesn't technically control the multiverse. Now, Loki could control the multiverse if he wanted to, but he doesn't. He is allowing the things to happen. He's giving people the freedom to do what they want. Now, obviously, there's consequences, but he's giving people freedom to do what they want in the multiverse. Versus when He Who Remains did not give people freedom. He didn't let them do what they want to do. He didn't let the timelines branch off. He didn't. So that is the difference between Loki and He Who Remains. And because of that, it's crazy. And I think we're going to see Loki end up dying to a variant of Kang. And also, if you want to, just a little Easter egg, in the ending, we end up seeing Kang from Quantumania, and it is in a file that Mobius had on his desk. Now, for me, this episode was super amazing. I thought it was dope. I've been kind of waiting for this episode for the past week, and the way that it led us to Loki basically being like the holder of the multiverse is literally insane. And I think that it's going to be something that's going to be dug into even deeper. Now, now a lot of people are asking about Loki season 3. Loki season 3 is not happening. The directors of Loki and the writers, producer, whatever, they said it's not happening and that they have closed the door with Loki in the TVA. I do think this is a good decision because you guys have to remember this show is linking to Kang Dynasty and to what the future of the MCU is going to be. And in my opinion, guys, I think that this show and this episode set up the future in a really nice way. So all in all, this episode to me is a 10 out of 10, man. I really didn't have any problems with this episode. This episode is literally perfect, and it gave us some answers, but also opened up like 20,000 more answers. So I'm probably going to make more videos on this as I rewatch it. But thank you guys for watching and listening. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.